6 emergency exits.
Hello, everybody. This is Ron, your captain speaking. We are currently 30,000 feet in the air, and we haven't even left the airport. We just lit the joint. Just kidding, a little pilot humor there. We like to have fun. Our destination today is Casablanca, Morocco. So everyone, sit back, fasten your seatbelts, and prepare for takeoff. We will be arriving in 6 hours and 58 minutes, so sit back and enjoy the ride. Okay.
Hell yeah, I like to travel. I like to travel, but I don't got a plan. Catch me rolling through your city, yeah. Got my toes in the sand. I think I got some wanderlust, but I don't give a damn. Touching down on the
7-footers, we are back for part 2 of our Eastern Conference preview. We have 10 more teams to get through.
Yeah.
We are here with the boys of Ain't Hard to Tell podcast, Dexter Henry and Bryan Fonseca. Welcome
really
back.
got to talk about the Chicago Bulls?
Brian was angry during the break during part 1.
No, I was not. I was good, man. I ate my protein bar. I was
That's
chilling.
okay. We fed
he had a
him. He
protein
put his
bar. Look
sweater
out.
on. He's good to go.
Look at his sweater. Got a girl with a bloody face. Shocking.
Becky Lynch. Look, this
Shocking.
is Becky
Shocking.
Lynch.
Shocking.
This
Not
was
frightening at all.
Shocking.
Is
it related to violence?
She's a professional wrestler.
Yep. Done and done.
There we go.
Done and done.
Hold on.
Moving
Her
along.
signature moment was that she had her face broken and was bleeding, but she started laughing, and that's what got her over and really, really popular and got her to main event WrestleMania and on SportsCenter commercials.
That's
how
incredible
popular
that you
she was
explained that. But
laughing
if
with
I
the
see you in a
breast
dark alley, are you going to say all that to me before I run away?
No, but that's the point. If people see me wearing this hoodie, they'll leave me alone.
They'll know what's up. Okay.
Yeah, they'll just leave me alone.
You got Becky Lynch in
subway.
your back pocket.
Central
All right.
Division.
Yep, let's
I
talk
don't go
about...
on the subway to talk to people. I want to be left to, whatever. All right.
That's okay.
Chicago. Yeah.
All
let's do
right,
it.
Central Division in the East, Chicago Bulls. Let's kick it off, part 2 with them. They went 22-60 last year.
Jesus.
I mean, there's not too much to say here with
Depending on who
Chi-Town.
you ask.
They're
But-
young.
They're young. I'm ready for development, growth, and I'm excited to see Kobe White out of
Yeah.
Sure.
Carolina.
A Kobe White, Zach LaVine backcourt is interesting.
It's fun.
They're going to be a turnstile defensively, but, there's that.
I find it interesting the people who are so much higher
Yeah.
on Chicago over the Knicks. Right?
I am not.
I'm not high
I
on
am
them.
not.
Why do
I kinda-
people think that they
I
can make
kinda
the
think-
playoffs?
I kind of think both teams are 28.
Because you know why?
teams in some way.
Here's why.
Because Zach LaVine could score 25 points a game.
Hipster basketball Twitter loves Lauri Markkanen, and you know that.
Ah.
But I like Lauri Markkanen.
So do I. But
No.
you know what I mean?
But it's different
Yes.
when hipster basketball
Yes.
Twitter anoints somebody as opposed to when Dexter Henry anoints
Exactly.
somebody.
Hipster basketball.
Because
Twitter.
you're irrational.
Who else does hipster basketball Twitter like?
Well,
Nikola
fairly,
Jokic.
but that was fair though.
Alex Caruso,
Yeah.
whatever his name
Alex
is.
Caruso.
Oh, they love him.
I mean, I think
LA
he's
Lakers,
to be a good role player with the
Yeah,
Lakers.
he ain't got me. He's crap, but yeah.
Um,
They also love Thomas Satoransky, who's on the Bulls.
so,
I like
Thomas
Satoransky.
Again, I
Okay.
have no problem with
Am
any
I
of these
am I
dudes.
hipster basketball?
Well, but listen,
No, you're black.
Oh, thanks. I didn't know.
I mean, Brian, man, can you just let some things go a little subtle, man, before you bash
No,
people
but
over that?
then when it's direct, it's a little funny.
I've heard a lot of shit in my day, but can I tell you how many surprising things that are coming out of your mouth today
this
that
is-
I just
this
can't.
is Brian every day.
This is how I do. You
You
know
never
what I'm
heard,
saying?
never heard somebody tell a black person they're black?
This is
As if
why.
they- as if they
Yeah,
didn't
it's
know
like
it?
Dexter when he tells me I'm Puerto Rican and it's
I
funny.
don't
You know
do
what I'm
that.
saying? Well, you a couple of times on the podcast where it's comedically funny.
I don't.
Yo, we gotta have jokes, man.
Okay.
It's kind of
I
like
mean,
when Jarod
honestly-
looks at me and is like, "You young white people."
I mean,
Well, I know what
development.
that means too.
I mean, you wildin'. See, y'all really.
All right,
y'all-
the Chicago Bulls
Y'all are out of
gonna
control.
win. They're gonna win like 26, 28 games. Probably.
I mean, that's
guess.
a lot of games, man. I don't
I
know.
guess.
What do you have them
I
winning?
guess.
I don't know.
I
man.
have them about the same as the Knicks. I think the
Well,
Knicks
wait,
are
yeah,
very
what's the
comparable.
What I say with the
comparison
Knicks? I said 20.
You said
Actually,
24,
no. I take that back. I probably go to like 24.
Which is what you had the Knicks at.
The Knicks are going to win
I'm
more
talking-
games
no, I'm
than the
talking about the
Chicago
Bulls.
Bulls this year.
They're gonna be about even, I think.
I like that bet.
They're gonna be about even, I think. Because look, Markkanen's good. Thaddeus Young is Thaddeus Young. Is Wendell Carter gonna develop? I'm curious to see like what he's gonna be.
I
year
like
2.
Wendell Carter.
Yeah.
I like Chris Dunn, but he's not going to be there long.
I don't
but I'm
know.
interested.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see if he's going to be someone who's traded
And
before.
this is what I heard. The guys, they seem to really enjoy Boylan. Like contrary to like the early,
heard that
the
too.
early
Wendell
stuff,
Carter
like
said
they-
that.
Yeah.
I don't like
Bomani's
Levine.
podcast.
Yeah. I mean,
No.
besides like Duncan,
No.
I mean, he's
No.
he's-
What do you guys think? Give me your opinion on Kobe White.
I think he's gonna.
What do you think he's going to do?
Pretty good.
Listen, point guard
Colin
is the hardest
Sexton
position to
2.0
play
this year?
in the NBA.
I can see that.
And he's
That's not
a
good
blur.
thing.
He's gonna turn the ball over a lot. Like he's young. Like it's gonna be a growing pain.
He's gonna score. His hair's gonna
They
be
need
awesome.
to find a point
It's going to be
guard.
incredible.
Yeah.
They're probably going to. Stadaransky's getting the most.
We have more important teams to get to.
Yeah.
guys.
Anyway,
Like,
so
Okay, all right, I was
league
just trying
pass
to show him
team,
some
no.
love.
Absolutely not.
Playoffs, no.
Okay,
No, agreed.
okay. Number 2, Cleveland Cavaliers. Last
Jesus.
year they went 19 for 63.
cares?
Okay. Oh, come on,
they ain't
guys.
got LeBron or Brevin Knight or Brad Doherty. Who cares?
We have 2
Terrell
veterans
Brandon.
in Tristan Thompson and Kevin Love to bring this young team
Stop
and
it.
Jordan
Stop
Clarkson.
it.
Is Kevin Love getting traded?
That's the question.
That's it. That's it.
I will say this. That's one, and for me, I do want to see Darius Garland and Kevin Porter Jr. Like I'm curious.
Okay.
I'm curious
Yeah.
about that.
I won't, but
that's
okay.
it. I'm curious. I'm just curious about
I don't
it.
want to see them this season.
I'll put it like this so we can get through this very quickly. This is one of the teams, if I see them playing, I'll tell you a game I do not care to watch this year. Cleveland versus the Charlotte Hornets.
Oh, definitely not
Who's
watching that game.
that on
The
League Pass?
Tankathon.
Nope. Definitely
Not
not.
me.
Out on that.
The Tankathon.
I don't like their backcourt situation. I wasn't high on Colin Sexton.
Are we getting
I
a
did not
deep dive?
like him.
Are
we- No,
No,
he's
no.
just-
I did not like him
All right.
defensively.
Okay, okay.
The key for me is, can they move Kevin
Kevin
Love's
Love.
contract?
Yep.
They need to do that to accelerate their rebuild.
I'll
Can
name-
he
I'll
stay
name 3
healthy?
teams. I'll name
Can
3
Kevin Love stay healthy?
Real quick question
I'll
for
name
you
3
guys.
teams that Kevin Love can go to.
Portland.
Yes,
Portland.
Miami. We know.
Portland, Miami, Detroit.
What do you guys think of John Hanson?
Yeah. Okay.
You think on like a decent team, like on a playoff team, like he could like be?
I guess.
Not
All right, that's all.
excited.
Anyway.
Okay, all right. League Pass team?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Hell no.
Nope.
And
no
playoff
playoffs.
team?
Nope.
No.
They're gonna
Okay.
win. They're gonna win 15
Hell
games.
no.
Okay, speaking of one of the
League
teams
ass,
that
yes.
you brought up, Brian, Detroit Pistons, 41 for 41 last year, 8th seed, riding that fine line. I'm excited to see my boy D-Rose, as always.
This is a tough team.
Yeah.
It is a tough
They're
team.
my
They
8th
ride
seed
the
for the
line.
playoffs.
Are they?
Wow.
Are
They're my
they-
8th seed,
are
right
they
above
really-
Toronto.
Are they really better than they were last year?
Yes.
I don't think so.
I'm not so sure. I do think Derrick Rose helps them. They need to move off of Reggie Jackson's contract.
please.
That's a lot what tells you about them getting Derrick
Reggie
Rose.
Jackson for
Do
John
not-
Henson.
Do
Done.
not be surprised. I would not be surprised with this team if you see Derrick Rose on the floor closing a lot of games.
Yeah, yeah.
He should.
You saw a lot of
That's what he
confidence
does
Dwayne
well,
Casey
yeah.
had in Ish Smith last year.
That's true.
You're going to see that. I just don't know how the Blake played at a high level last year.
Blake
before
was
he got
good
hurt
last
in
year.
Playoffs.
Yes. If he stays
The
healthy.
key for them is 1, Reggie Jackson being under control. 2, Andre Drummond getting back to where he was about 2.5 seasons ago.
Yep.
Instead of what he's been doing, he has not been that dominant floor.
He's been
His
airballing
defense
in
is-
Shooting
preseason.
threes. I'm like, dog, what are
Yeah.
you
But
doing?
Airballing
I'm an
threes
Andre
in
Drummond
preseason.
guy. I'm an Andre Drummond guy. I'm an optimist, but
He's got to
See,
bounce
good
back.
stats, bad team, dude. Like grabbing 25 rebounds, like, oh my god, but
The other,
but I think they're a 42 and 40, 41,
The other
41
t-
team, same as last year.
the other key to their team is what are they getting out of their bench and some of the role players. Can they get some shooting from John Lore?
Luke Kennard.
Luke Kennard.
Oh,
Luke
another
Kennard,
hipster
yes.
basketball star right
Love
there.
Luke
Kennard.
Kennard.
Yeah.
Is that stuff going to
I
happen?
think he's going to show out, too.
And the
I hope
Bogdanoviches.
so.
look,
I think we're going to be pleasantly
Bogdanovich
surprised
is
with the
good.
Detroit Pistons.
here's the other thing
Pleasantly
too.
surprised is what?
Better than 41 wins. Better than 41
So if they
wins.
get 42, you're excited?
Absolutely,
Here's-
100%.
here's the
It's
thing.
improved.
I can see 42.
Here's the thing.
Daryl
too.
Morey would say that math checks out.
Here's the thing too. Year 2 of Dwayne Casey, and this is the kind of team
that's a
that
good
works
point.
for Casey, right? It's a
I
bunch
love
of vet
Casey.
dudes, so they're gonna play well in the regular season. So yeah, they'll probably make the playoffs. They'll flame out in round 1. So
Okay.
that's-
League Pass team.
No,
No.
Playoff team.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm
Borderline,
gonna
borderline,
say
borderline.
yes,
I think borderline.
Hey. Okay, let's move on to the Central Division. We're getting a little bit into the better teams, I hope. Yes.
The better teams of the Central.
Yeah.
Hey, Indiana Pacers last year went 48 for 34. Number 5 seed Victor Oladipo, come back to me. I'm hitting the table now.
See, it's infectious.
I'm hitting the table
Ain't
now.
nobody doing that on this
Exactly.
side of the
Because
table.
we cool over here.
Listen,
We-
y'all
you
a
know.
bunch of haters tonight. I
I'm
have to
a- I'm a-
actually.
No. We love the table.
I'm gonna hit the table on 4 more teams.
Great, here we go. I'm gonna know to like
Christ.
pick some shit up then. All right.
I'm going to back away.
Tell me what you guys are excited to see from the Indiana Pacers this coming season. We're coming off a number 5 seed.
When Vic gets back, a Malcolm Brogdon, Victor Oladipo backcourt.
Malcolm
That,
Brogdon,
to me,
yes.
is awesome because they're interchangeable in many ways, right?
Yeah.
Malcolm can can take the ball, and Vic can play off, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Malcolm Brogdon was a 50, 40, 90 guy last year, so he can catch and shoot threes. Vic can do the same, slash to the rim, get dunks, easy backdoor layups. I like them from a backcourt perspective. Listen, you also know my favorite player. who's also a basketball hipster Twitter guy, my man, Domantas Sabonis.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who could be a trade piece this year?
Well, listen, I hope he goes to. I mean, I like Indiana, so I can either say they're a good team that I like. But
Yeah.
And then Miles Turner's a great defensive player, but again, my problem is how you replacing that Boyan scoring. I know you got Malcolm, but where's that other? Where's that scoring from? The wing coming from?
TJ Warren, probably, I guess. I am high on Miles Turner. He was my defensive player of the year last year, if you remember, and I think that he's going to have a similar season this year. I don't know how they're going to look when Oladipo comes back because I don't know when he's coming back.
December?
Maybe, but also, is he going to be 100% before the playoffs and that kind of thing?
Once you come back from injury, there's no such thing as 100% anymore.
But I think
just some version of the best you can be.
But I think in adding Brogdon, and I'm looking at some of the
get.
other guys they have now, they have some depth. They have some depth to where I think they'll be around Nets territory of 45-ish wins or so, and I think they'll probably be a 6 seed.
I think losing Boyan's
I
going to
think
hurt
some people are too optimistic about them. Like I see Indiana being like 3rd seed, 4th seed in some
I don't know about
predictions.
that.
I think
Boyan's going to.
I mean, 4 wouldn't shock me if things broke right. I think
next year you could talk me into that
anyway
with a
from-
healthy Oladipo.
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree with you.
I think it depends on when Oladipo comes back, and I do like that backcourt. I love the Brogdon signing. I think the Brogdon signing really is going to hurt the Bucks, which we'll get to.
Yep.
100%. I have that in my notes.
Yeah, I
That's
think that's
next.
really going to hurt the Bucks. It sounds like a slap the table team for you.
No.
Slap the table team.
That's what next year we'll do that. This is a slap the table team.
This year we could
You
do that.
guys.
We do that in our pod.
You could do that. You
Lord
could do
have
that. You
mercy.
could do that.
They
Any
must
day.
be going through a lot of tables.
Listen,
that they ain't.
he's a violent person.
That's not
He's an
true.
angry, violent
That's
person.
not
This is
True.
hysterical. Okay.
True. I haven't had a real fight in like 5-6 years.
I thought he was going to say
But
5
you
minutes.
stay ready.
But you stay.
Oh, you
ready.
always ready.
You always ready.
Should you be not ready? Like,
He is ready for all the smoke.
all right,
and
let's go.
All right,
Let's go.
League Pass team, Indiana Pacers.
I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There are games I want to see them play. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I-
not a ton.
I say no
You're
until
harsh on the League Pass.
because it's really,
I don't have that
it's-
much
it's-
time.
Well, because wait, you only have so much time.
No, it's not even about that.
Be
It's
true.
Dexter's storm chasing
No, it's
and
real.
fathering.
When I'm storm,
yeah.
let me tell you something. When I'm storm chasing,
You got your league pass
my
on?
league pass is right here. Okay.
It's raining in this area.
That's happened.
Indiana versus Boston. I'll league past that.
Yeah.
But Indiana versus
It-
it depends on who they're playing.
Charlotte Hornets, I'd league past that.
No, you would not.
Hell no.
You would not.
JK.
no.
JK.
I hope so.
JK.
Well, I'm concerned with you, Jenna.
I'm kidding. Okay, guys.
Milwaukee.
Playoffs.
And they
Playoffs.
should make the playoffs. Yes, they should make the playoffs.
Yeah. Play.
Okay.
Yeah, playoffs.
6 seed.
Now, clearly, everybody wants to talk about this next one. The Milwaukee Bucks won the division 57-25 last year, #1 seed. I am excited to see the much-needed development from our MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Can
That
he get a
jumper.
shot down? And I think it's a huge loss in Brogdon. I really do. And Chris
Yep.
Middleton needs to even fill that gap even more. That's my take.
And that's
Boom.
that's a lot.
And that's all she wrote.
That's no. You
Are
bring a
we
great
sure
point.
Chris
That-
Middleton's
right?
good?
No. I
Is
think
he good without the help?
Yes, correction. He is good.
Yes. Is he good enough?
Yeah, that's
Is
that's-
he a true all-star?
Is he
Yes.
a true number 2?
Yes.
Yes.
Right? Like that's kind of what Jenna's bringing up, and I agree. And I don't think,
Always got my back.
Yeah,
Dexter.
no. I'm just saying you brought it up. You brought it up, and I don't know if I believe in Chris Middleton to do that. The thing that you also brought up, Jenna, is it's about the development of Antetokounmpo,
Yes.
and he's got to be able to knock down that 3. He's got to get that. If he can get around 32%,
Word.
he can
That's
get
it.
to
Just
be
that kind of
respectable.
clip. What I always talk about is you have to be respectable, so somebody will put a hand up.
Yes.
That's what it comes down to. If he can do that, that will be fine. That's what he's got to do.
Yep.
That's what's going to take him to the next level. Because, Jarod, you talked about it earlier with Ben Simmons. What's going to happen in the playoffs? Teams are going to
Easy.
put their biggest man on him, especially if they play Philly.
Philly?
They're going to put
Embiid
Embiid or Horford.
Like, you can put Simmons on him.
Those guys are going to be on him, and they're going to back up, and they're going to dare him to take the pull-up jumper. It's great that the shooting that they have around Giannis, it's fantastic. They added Wes Matthews.
I like
which,
that
which,
one.
Which is a nice
Yeah.
pickup. He's a guy I think could come back up
Pat
and step
Connaughton,
up.
Korver,
Pat Connaughton,
George Hill.
They've got shooters around
They're
him.
older though. That's the only thing that worries me.
Here's the one other key, and this dude better show up.
Yeah.
This dude's
Bled.
got to show up.
It's Bled.
That's what I was gonna
Eric
say.
Bledsoe.
Yeah.
Bled was
We-
bad.
That's right. That's
last
right.
year.
He was awful in the playoffs. Brogdon was better than him. Brogdon was the second best
They should
player
have
on the
waited and
team
signed Brogdon,
for most of the playoffs, which is what makes me say, hey, Chris Middleton, I like you, but I don't know if I really believe in you. And that's how I feel about Chris Middleton. But the key comes down to Giannis. He's got to hit the shot. If he hits the shot, they'll be all right.
Exactly, and he's got a lot on his shoulders.
really it.
Gerard, you've
That's
been a
really
little
it.
quiet.
Well, no, because
Dexter knocked it out of the
I'm
park.
agreeing with everything Dexter's saying. The other thing too is this is the second to last year that Giannis is under contract.
Yep.
This is his pre-agency season. Now
Don't
I
get
get
Dexter
it.
hype.
I get it. Giannis has been talking.
Table tap.
Giannis has been doing all the good soldier talking. It's disrespectful to my teammates. All this and that. I'm not saying Giannis is gonna want to move or anything like that.
But they gotta prove it to him.
He talks all the talk about I want to stay in. Listen. Everyone talks a good game until the rubber meets the road.
It's gonna
okay?
be it's gonna be disrespectful when Bledsoe ain't hitting them
That's
threes.
what I'm saying. That's
Or
gonna
Middleton not hitting them shots.
Or Wes
That's
Matthews is
gonna
going 2 of 10, or DJ Wilson's getting more. You know,
Especially if at that point he's starting to hit around 32% from downtown.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
then some of these dudes that you need him to rely on aren't stepping up. He's gonna find it disrespectful.
because let's be honest, Milwaukee's not a free agent destination. Free agency destination.
I think
It's
there's
just not.
I think
It's
there's
not
a
a
scenario. They're still my second seed in the East, Milwaukee, but I think there's still a scenario where the drop off from losing Malcolm Brogdon could be such that they fall to like third behind Boston or something.
That's not crazy to me at all.
Yeah.
I agree.
Ilyasova
I can see that.
and those guys. That listen, they're gonna need a lot, and I just worry about older guys you're relying on, like
Yeah.
to do that. So
Brooke and Robin Lopez together though.
that's
Hey.
I
Twins.
still don't understand that.
Well,
twins.
Brooke shoots 3. He's a shooting guard now, so it makes total
He's a
sense.
shooting guard now,
Yeah. Every time I watch a game, he's at the damn 3-point
pretty
line.
much.
Okay, league pass team.
Absolutely.
Yep.
absolutely.
And playoff team.
Yep.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. Glad we can
Both
agree
yes.
on that one. Let's move on.
Oh, Brian's favorite division. You're gonna slap the table for every damn team
The
in this.
Southeast Division of the Eastern Conference, Brian's
Lord.
favorite division.
ATL Georgia.
Expect a lot of noise.
You ever been to Atlanta?
I've
No.
been to Florida, so no.
What I just
I've
said?
been over Atlanta.
Okay, boys, let's reel it in here. Let's get down to the ATL, the Atlanta Hawks. The Trey Ice Young led Atlanta Hawks went 29 for 53 last year. A lot of improvement, but I really am excited to see Collins come back, team up with Trey. I think
Love John
Trey's
Collins.
going to have another
Love John
great
Collins.
season. And I just have to bring up that Jarod predicted bust potential, and it never happened. So
I said he
No,
had
I
high
remember.
bust potential. I didn't predict he
Listen,
would be a bust.
there are some
Just saying.
there are some players who their best career season was their first season, so it's not like it's
It's not like it's over.
it's not like it's over.
Okay.
Jawan Howard is one of those guys.
I personally am just making a pitch to the Atlanta Hawks that they should, bring me in to be their hype man or
Shout out
something
to Maria
because
Taylor doing halftime at ESPN right now. With,
Nice.
Jalen and J-Lo.
Atlanta, I think, is going to be 34 win team or so.
Yeah,
And I think they'll be
Improvement.
entertaining. They'll challenge for a playoff spot for a good amount of the season, but they're not ultimately going to make it. Although at one
they have
point,
Cam Reddish, new addition in Cam
Yeah.
Reddish.
and I like
DeAndre
DeAndre Hunter
Hunter.
there too.
Yeah.
But I don't think they have enough depth. VC is last year. He's there.
another hipster Twitter basketball hipster Twitter all
Kevin
star
Huerter.
Kevin Huerter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys starting to see a pattern here? No?
Yeah, I like that. It's funny. Now every time I watch the League Pass
Freckles.
game,
That's a
basketball-
pattern?
Boys are out of control.
Wow. 34 wins. I kind of like where Brian is with that for them.
Yeah.
I think
I flirted with them for a playoff spot for a little while.
there's a
but-
lot of people that are going to put
Not
them
yet.
in
Yeah,
there.
not yet for me.
They're
though.
going to have
Next
to
year, probably.
If they make the playoffs, and it could happen. I'm not saying it's crazy. They're going to have some real good hot streak, and I don't know if they're going
Yeah.
to put that together throughout the year.
If they compete, though, like we're talking about the Nets and that whole.
Yeah,
Like follow
I-
that net trajectory.
Yeah.
I think they're in that range a little bit better than the Knicks, where they're going to team you're not going to want to play.
Yep,
They're going
yep.
to play hard. They're going to scrappy. I like what Lloyd Pierce is doing. I liked how they were playing games
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the year last year. Lost a lot of close games at the end of last year, but really played hard and well. I think you continue to see that. Trey Young is only going to get more confident. The thing I like about him, he struggled early. He did not get
kept
to a
shooting.
Ben Simmons area. He kept shooting.
Yep.
He actually took the shots, and I think he's going to be fine.
We talked about the guys on this team, right? I'm curious, Lord Pierce and the culture he's building there, right? And GM Travis Schlenk. Those guys both came from the Warriors. I like the young talent. Again, I think this is what the Nets were 2 seasons ago, except the difference is they're actually better, right? They've got more talent than the Nets did 2 years ago. So, and they've got picks and they've got good players. I'm really, really curious to see how they develop. And look, this is a guy who was good coming out of college, and for whatever reason, he hasn't really worked out in the NBA. Are they going to get anything of substance from Jabari Parker?
I forgot about him as an addition. I mean, that
I did too.
That could be huge.
What is Jabari Parker at this stage of his? I mean, it sounds crazy because like dude's got in the league 4 or 5 years. It's not like he's old.
Well, he had a couple injuries and yeah, I don't know.
Serious
injuries. Like if he can be a contributing role player or can get you 15 points a game.
Yeah.
I mean, which is not crazy.
No, I don't think so.
It could be huge. He's got to look at this as an opportunity to revamp his career
and reshape who he is, right? Because it's funny. And Nets Media Day, I was talking to Theo Pinson about this, and I said, Theo, what is it that makes certain guys stick in this league and not stick? Because everybody like can ball. He's like, it's guys recognizing what their role is and what they're good at. So I was talking because Theo, a lot of people don't know, he was a high recruit coming out of high school, like a 5-star dude. Like he was a shooter, all that.
In a loaded class,
had some injuries at Carolina, and then had to revamp his role. He was like, look, coach told me at Roy Williams, it was not about me limiting your game. It's about making you contribute to all the aspects of winning. And now you see what Theo did with the G League with the Nets last year. Now he was in the big ball club. He just knows I don't care about like, am I scoring 50? I want to win games. Yeah. Whatever I got to do to help the team win, that's what I'm going to do.
The problem for Jabari Parker is he only cares about scoring.
Damn, a lot of Atlanta Hawks guys. Shoot, we got another team in the Southeast.
Okay, we understand. We understand you want to slap down, dude. Calm down.
Yo.
So is it so?
Can I slap the table?
So
again?
Can Jabari
just wait.
Get his mind right and
play defense, man.
right, and say, okay, who am I? Am I a 3-and-D guy? Can I hit open threes and play decent defense?
Hey,
okay,
you accept it.
Okay, boys, league pass team.
Yeah.
Yes.
Atlanta,
yes, definitely league pass
and
team.
playoff team.
No.
Okay,
not
fair.
yet.
All right, now let's not. Now
we can spend a lot of time with this team.
Okay, reel it in for me, boys. Reel it in because we got to talk about them. They're part of the Eastern Conference. Charlotte Hornets went 39-43 last year. I am looking for mere development. That's it. From a young core, mere development. And,
there's only 2 players you care about on this team,
It's finally a Kemba Walker-less team, so let's see how they operate now.
I'm looking to change the channel.
Listen. They're not a playoff team. They're not a league pass team.
Nope.
They're gonna suck. They're probably gonna win 10 games, and that's it.
They might even win 10.
There's nothing else that needs to be said.
The only reason
9.
The only reason
8 wins.
Whoa.
The only watchable players on that team.
Malik Monk and Miles Bridges. That's it.
Yes,
That's it.
Look, Terry Rozier.
Yeah, Terry Rozier and his 3 for 30 shooting self from 3 sounds great.
Say that to his face.
No.
You see, this is what I'm talking about. This is.
Look, he got a tattoo on the back of his head,
The
bro.
only reason you want to watch Charlotte Hornets game is because you're a Charlotte Hornets fan.
Exactly.
Ain't nobody else trying to watch Charlotte
Exactly.
I watch them if they had Kemba, but not now.
All right, let's wrap
now.
this up, okay?
Yes,
I'm
please.
not going to let you guys disrespect their name anymore, okay? All right, Miami
They
Heat.
disrespected themselves.
All right, guys.
Wait, what team did you just say?
Miami Heat.
Oh,
Here we are, baby.
Oh,
Brian, is this a slap the table team? Jesus Christ.
Oh, we were live.
Talk about doing too much.
All right.
He's stay doing too much.
He's
on,
hype.
son.
He's hype.
We out here.
I know.
Miami.
All
you
right.
already know.
Let's go down to South Beach.
All of a sudden, your Latino come out, huh?
Okay.
Bienvenido a Miami, huh?
Let's go
Tu
down
hablas
to South
español,
Beach.
señor, huh?
Miami Heat, 33-49 last year.
Come on,
I
son.
am excited
Come on, son.
for the addition of Jimmy Butler.
Do you think somebody else here is excited? Because I can't tell.
Brian, just
See
take the
the
mic.
floor.
Let me
to
tell you
Brian.
something. Let me tell you something.
What? Tell
Nah,
him
but-
why you mad, son. Tell him why
tell
you
him
mad.
mad.
Tell him why
Yeah.
you mad, son.
Look, this team to me is the most fascinating team in the league that's
Oh, I
under
thought
the
you were
radar
saying
this
most
year.
violent
The
team.
most
No,
fascinating?
The most fascinating team that's under the radar this year.
Because they're violent.
And
number
here's
one.
why. No. Here's why. They have a lot of expiring contracts. One.
They're also violent.
James Johnson. This is actually basketball analysis time. James Johnson, Goran Dragic, Kelly Olynyk,
Yes,
Myers
all
Leonard.
inspiring.
All combined, roughly $60 million in salary. They don't have a draft pick to trade except for their 2025 first-round pick, which, could still have some value if they wanted to throw that in there. They also have Tyler Hero and KZ Okapala, who they got from Stanford, who was their second-round pick, right?
They also got your man.
And Derek Jones Jr. is on that team as well. And this is why I think they're fascinating. One, there's a trade to be made there.
For sure.
Whether it's Kyle Lowry, whether it's Bradley Beal. I don't know if they have enough to get Bradley
Chris
Beal.
Paul?
Whether it's Kevin Love, Chris Paul. Man, that long-term money. I don't know about that.
But
with
Chris and
Jimmy Butler.
Chris and Jimmy.
And here's the thing. I think Bam Adebayo is going to win most
There
improved
we
player
go.
this year.
Brian's man.
I think Bam Adebayo. I think Bam Adebayo is winning most improved player this year. That's why I was laughing when a certain NBA writer said to us that Bam Adebayo is not good.
Listen, we not
a
bringing
while ago.
on people like that. We not bringing on
Okay.
people.
Wait,
Yeah.
who was that?
Don't worry about
My
it.
man in the jersey?
You know,
Don't worry,
yeah.
But Bam Adebayo, I think for basketball reasons, I think he's going to win most improved player. The scoring is going to jump because Hassan Whiteside's not there. The rebounding is going to jump because Hassan Whiteside's not there. And he's also a more active, versatile defender and a better playmaker. And on that team, I think his numbers are going to be something like 15 and 11 with about 3-something assists per game. He's going to play good defense. That's what most improved player. You got to put up numbers. CJ McCollum went from 6 to 20 points a game in one season, so he's going to make a leap. And I think with Jimmy Butler being the guy there, and we'll see his scoring come back a little bit up, being with Eric Spoelstra, who's a top 3 coach in the NBA, and under that Pat Riley Heat culture thing that is actually reinstituted now.
Better coach than Brad Stevens.
I think they're going to, yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
To me, they're the 4th seed in the East, and I have them getting 48 wins.
Wow.
I'm anticipating a trade.
And
they're going to be a top 3 team in the East defensively.
And you brought up how they set the tone early on this season.
Yeah.
I have them top 10 defensively in the NBA, like overall.
Here's the thing. They were 7th last year.
That's what I'm saying.
So I think this year they'll be top 3 in the East, which will probably be top 5 in the league or so.
I think if everybody heard this, I mean, you can tell he likes Miami. He
Absolutely.
They're
loves
fascinating.
That's
to me.
fascinating.
That team is fascinating to me.
Fascinating.
That's my 2K
yeah.
team, by the way.
All
also.
violence team, no doubt. Yeah.
They're not that violent.
Imagine if they bring Chris Paul over, though.
that.
Chris and Jimmy, woo! Talk
Listen,
about dudes.
personality.
You like that? You like that?
I got a piece on the Miami Heat coming out this week too.
I do because
On TSFJ.
as we talked about as we talked about the culture of Eric Spoelstra and Pat Riley. Jimmy is their kind of player, man.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy, Jimmy showing up to practice at 3:30 in the morning. Like, Jimmy's like, yo, if you on time, you late. Like that.
Yo,
like he's
but
that.
that's Heat culture, bro.
And that's
like
what Pat
Dwayne
Riley
Wade
wants.
helped facilitate that.
And so
for a reason.
It'll be interesting to see how those guys on there, like the Bam Adebayos and all that, like respond to that kind of with Jimmy being that alpha dog, like
Yeah.
And based
I
off
got
my
this.
prediction, that will make them the 4th seed in the East, which means round 2 they
that
play
trade.
round 2 Philly.
They need a trade because what I worry about them is scoring, right?
But I
and
think
shooting.
I think the
And
trade.
also
I
health
think
a
the
little
trade
bit.
is going to happen, and I'm high on them. Maybe not as excited as Brian,
right. He
but
wildin'.
I am high. The thing I'm high on them the most is I do think defensively they're going to be really good.
Gonna be really good.
That's where I actually think Bam is really
And you're
going
going to
to
be
shine.
sleeper
Justice Winslow
defensive
too.
good.
We didn't mention him, but
Justice,
he's
right,
going to be their
Justice,
starting
right.
point guard most likely.
Yeah, but
Here's the thing: can Justice make a jump?
Yeah.
What do you average last year?
Let me pull up.
he
the
was
numbers.
dropping some dimes too. He ran a good point guard. He
Yeah.
doesn't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
Plays very good defense. The thing is, can he just get a little bit more consistent with shooting the
That's
three and
what I
spacing
need
the
to see.
floor?
I like what we've seen with Justice Winslow, though.
Oh, no. I've liked his growth.
Yeah, and I think
People
he's
wrote
only
him off
going.
2 years
Yeah,
ago.
I think he's only going
Too
to
early, too
continue
early.
to grow. I think his aggression is really going to take him over the edge, like you said. It's just going to matter with that jump shot.
Yeah. What the jump he took is kind of what I would like to see Frank Ntilikina if he could do.
We need
So- as a
anything.
So
defensive
remember,
first,
Winslow
anything.
was a bench player in the beginning of the
Yep.
season, and then he ended up averaging 12.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, and over 4 assists per game while hitting a career high 37.5 from 3.
If he can get to 17 and 6,
I don't think he'll do that, but I think he could get to 15, 6, and 5, something like that.
I'll rock with that.
But that's something, and
I'll rock
again,
with that.
with Bam making a jump, which it's gonna happen.
I'll rock with that.
It's absolutely gonna happen because of what
And
Hassan
if they
Whiteside
make
is.
that trade, look, that's not a team you're going to want to play in the playoffs. So let's say they're the 4th seed. God, you don't want to be that number 5.
Let me say this. Last thing. 22 starts last year. Bam Adebayo, 27 minutes a game, average over 11 points, about 9 rebounds.
What are his per 36 numbers?
About 9 rebounds. Hold on. 3 assists per game. And
know,
and
he's wildin'.
with him as their starter last year in 28 games, they were 17 and 11. With Hassan Whiteside,
Give me his per 36.
not as good. Per 36. Now I have to.
Don't you want a
look that
Basketball
up.
Reference?
Now I have to look that up.
Oh,
No, I was
don't
on
worry. He
my
was. I have
article, bro.
PTSD
I was
over
on
here
my
looking at
story
it.
because I put in the work and did the research.
Yeah,
If you
like
did
a
it, you would have asked for
Yeah,
reference. That's what you should have done.
No.
So you weren't doing it right.
No. That's not even true. That's not even true. That's not even true.
I
You
can-
understood what I,
Clearly,
you
you didn't have those.
misunderstood what I
You
was
didn't
saying.
have those per 36 in the article.
About 14 points and over 11 rebounds with 3.5 assists.
Woo! Woo!
With
I
3.5
like those
assists.
first 36 numbers.
And that's good. Again, that's gonna go up. That's
I
gonna
like
go
those
up.
numbers.
You are high in the Heat.
Yeah.
Did you have these stats for every team that we went over tonight?
No, because I wrote about the Heat this week. Like,
I'm just
He also
busting
been
you.
excited about the Heat for weeks.
Yeah.
Have you always been a Heat fan?
no, I'm not a Heat fan.
No.
He's
Oh,
just
that's too much. You said.
Listen,
I
No,
forgot.
no,
Listen,
I'm just excited
Jimmy-
about this team in particular.
I think everyone's getting a sense of who Bryan is as a person, right?
Oh.
7-footers, audience, like you can kind of gauge.
Can you
based
just
on,
send this podcast in when you apply to anything or
Based-
like talk to anyone?
based on his?
Well, it'd be nice if I can get them to fucking listen to me. Sure, that'd be great.
based
Why so angry?
Based on his aggression and his anger, you can see the prototype of the kind of players he likes. Again, I want to go back to the
Short,
Bryan Fonseca
non-7-footers.
All-Stars. Patrick Beverly, Jimmy Butler, Bobby Portis, right? Again, all these, as Jalen Jacoby would say, all dark alley dudes, right? Like,
Dad.
Hell
yeah.
That's
Hell
just,
yeah! What are you more scared of, a rat or Pat Beverly? Come on, son. Are we in a
Oh,
dark alley?
I like
rat.
that. I like that.
We
Yo,
out here.
you don't want that Pat Beverly defensive smoke. That's all I'm gonna
it's
say.
just so so of course he loves the Heat because Jimmy's his kind of guy, right? That's
True.
just that is
Well, no.
classic.
But again, they're just fascinated to me because they're the team that I think is most poised to land a star this year.
Well,
I don't-
'cause
the fact that
they have
get-
space.
The fact
They don't have
the
space.
fact that they're basically Jimmy Butler is inserted for Hassan Whiteside and Josh Richardson. Like, think about that. What Pat Riley did. Like, that's crazy.
Listen,
I-
whether it's
And I actually
this
think
year,
Hassan Whiteside's a good player who's going to work in Portland, not in Miami.
Whether it's this year or in the offseason, Miami's making some moves, and they're going to have space to get like one of those dudes.
I think they're a second-round playoff team.
Could you perhaps,
fine with that.
Could you
I am
perhaps
too.
see a Giannis move to South Beach?
They're going to
you
get somebody.
imagine?
Listen, they're getting somebody. Pat Riley gets
I-
people
I'm-
in
I'm
rooms.
not saying I'm
In
reporting
general,
that.
like, ooh.
I'm not saying I'm reporting that. I'm just saying.
Pat Riley gets people in rooms, bro.
That it would annoy me because I have a long like kind of disdain for the Heat for many reasons.
Oh, well, you're
as
a
a
Knicks
former
fan.
Knicks fan,
Yeah.
Yes, I don't want to see them. Okay.
All right, league pass
You
team.
already know they're elite.
Miami
fans.
Heat.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
They're a
Playoff
league-
team.
You got alerts for them, I'm sure.
Oh,
So-
100%.
so I
Push
said-
notifications,
so
all
he
of it.
obviously has them because he's sure they're making a move. My caveat was borderline. If they make a move, then they're in. Yes. So,
Oh, they're in for
That's
me.
fair. That's
So-
totally fair.
Yeah. That is fair. All right, let's move on. Orlando Magic. Last year they
Ooh,
went
boy.
42 for 40.
Another slap the table team.
Jonathan Isaac is half Puerto
They
Rican, bro.
won the division last year, number 7 seed.
Yo, you like Pablo, right? You got Pablo claims every Asian person. Like you claim every. Puerto
I'm
Rican person.
the listen. He's Dexter is the Bomani of our show, and I'm definitely the Pablo. Like it's obvious. Except I'm probably
what would I be?
There's only 2 people.
Jenna?
On that show.
No, but I mean, like, what would I be if we were comparing?
Oh, for your show, is it like more
Like,
his
what
and
am I
hers?
more
Are
like?
you,
I don't know.
Janelle and Michael.
I'm trying to think what's it more.
What
are
are
you?
we? Yeah.
who are you? I don't even
Yeah.
know.
Well,
don't
you
know.
guys have to say because I can't.
Because there isn't. Fortunately, people need to promote this more. There isn't a better basketball podcast with a male and female.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks so much.
you.
There's not a lot of them out
Not a
there.
lot of them,
So
no.
let's
y'all
just
could,
keep
y'all,
it real.
could, y'all could just be
I'm
y'all.
just saying.
That's it.
Yeah, we just us.
Yeah.
We just do us.
That's right.
I know. I do me. Brian's just angry.
No, I'm really hype on you guys, real hard.
But for real, Jonathan Isaac has all defense potential.
Okay, yeah. What are we most interested to
Are
see
we-
out
are we
of
out
the
on
Orlando
Obama?
Magic?
No. I'm just
No,
not. I
he
was
just needs
never
to
that.
show up.
I was
I
never.
wasn't in.
I was never
Ouch.
that in on Mo Bamba. Like I think he's gonna be good, and I know Harlem.
Yeah, I'm not high on him either. I
So
never-
again, something we talked about in the Western Conference pod, Britt, and I want to ask you guys this.
I don't like him more than your boy JJJ.
Well, listen. You
Don't
know,
you even.
You know how I
Jared
feel
Jackson
about my
Jr..
guy Jarod Jackson
Listen,
Jr.
Memphis ain't gonna
That's-
be good yet,
but they're
they're gonna be
nice.
good soon.
Him and Ja. Yo, by the way, the new rivalry of the league is gonna be New Orleans and Memphis. Watch.
See, that's his Miami Heat
That's
team.
yeah, but see, I'm not angry about it though.
I'm
That's
not
the
angry about it either. I just be turned.
Wait, who's your Miami Heat team? Memphis or New Orleans?
Memphis.
Oh, okay.
difference.
I don't know.
So it's like Kyle Kuzma, right? I talk about him all the time. Is he that good?
Oh, you
Or is it
win
because he
this
plays on the
point.
Lakers and
Okay.
he's all
I-
cozy?
Well,
and
heard you
all,
guys
like-
talk
Honestly,
about
I was
this.
kind of like that with Porzingis, but we ain't gotta go there.
And you were tripping, but
I'm just curious.
Porzingis is good, but he's a Knick.
You
So
gonna-
he
gonna
was
see-
a Knick, so
y'all
he was
gon-
on steroids.
Y'all gonna see this year.
Oh,
Y'all
gonna
gonna see
and
this
he's
year.
swole too.
We'll
Y'all
see if
gonna
he's
see
healthy.
it.
We'll see if he stays healthy.
So I mean,
Y'all
but, like,
gonna see.
so
whatever
I-
happened with
I-
him and whatever happened with him and that girl, by the way.
I don't know.
Like what's going?
So
Like
I-
I'm just gonna forget
So I
about
asked
that.
that.
girl.
I asked that because
Yes.
so good.
I heard. No. I was gonna say one of the. It's for another discussion. We'll save that.
Because I asked that about Mo Bamba. Like, he's a kid, he's from Harlem. Like, he's always Natalie attire. Like, so I'm like, are we just hyping him because of that? I'm like, maybe he ain't that
See,
good.
Kuzma actually, difference between Bamba and Kuzma.
Kuzma's actually
and I
done
heard
stuff
you
in the
guys
league.
discuss this on the last podcast. Kuzma played well in that summer league, played well in the combine where people saw him, and I know we got to wrap this up, and then had some good things with Lakers. His shooting numbers, huge dip from year one to year two.
Yeah.
However, I do think Kuzma's good. The thing for Kuzma is, and we'll watch this year once he comes back and he's healthy, how does he do defensively in lineups they put him in? That's the key.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, I got faith in them. Let's talk about the Washington Wizards.
Oh, they're a playoff team and a league pass
Orlando
team, by
Magic
the way.
team, yes.
Oh, yeah,
Playoff
yeah.
and league
Playoffs.
pass because, look, I think we're going to get something out of Markelle Fultz.
Oh,
this
see,
year.
that's the reason
Yes.
I'm
I
watching.
think we're going to get
Yes.
something out of
Is
Markelle Fultz.
Markelle
this year.
Fultz, that's the key for them.
And
that's what I want.
know y'all like Aaron Gordon.
Oh, yeah.
Aaron
yeah.
Gordon-
I think he could be an all-star still.
Yeah, Aaron Gordon's
I agree.
still a guy I think that's going to have the slow trajectory.
Underrated
into
playmaker.
Developing his game.
Yeah.
People wrote him off too quickly.
Too quick.
Keep an eye on him.
I
Hey,
like it. I like it.
The Uncle Drew star will show
And honestly-
out.
And Jonathan
Yes.
Isaac,
Look,
all defense, second
keep
team.
it real. Their continuity is why they're
Puerto
going.
Rico.
He could guard 5 positions.
Their continuity is why they're going to make it. Clifford's been there, and they re-signed my man, center. Good guy. Vooch.
It's all about can I get anything out of Fultz to me. That's what it comes
I
down
agree,
to.
and I
Yeah.
think we will. I really, truly
And
do. I
Hashtag,
think
hashtag workout season.
Jumps from Isaac, Bamba, Gordon. Could you get that as well?
Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
God, the Wizards.
Okay,
Christ.
really quick, league pass team. We agreed, yes.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
playoff
And
teams.
yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
let's talk about the Washington Wizards.
Free
Last
Bradley
year,
Beal. That's all I got to say.
Last year they went 32 for 50. We are without John Wall until at least what?
Probably all season.
The new year or all season?
Probably all season.
All right, he's been looking good though, working out, posting that. I'm very excited to see a Bradley Beal led team.
Free Bradley
I'm
Beal.
not.
because
They
he
might be
showed
the-
out when Wall got hurt, and I'm excited.
They
Bradley
might be the third worst team in the East.
Bradley is trade bait.
They might be the third.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
has to. I would have traded him already, to be honest with you, if I
But
were them.
the interesting thing there is they're still trying to sign him to an extension. I find it interesting that Bradley, yes, they're still.
Why?
Yeah,
They
they are.
have come
They
out
are.
and said that they've put it on the table.
And he has not
and he
signed
has
it.
not-
Good, smart.
Which
He
is
said it's not about the money though, which makes me think he wants to leave.
Bradley Beal's being nice
Conventional
about this.
wisdom
Bradley
alone
Beal's
should
being
be why he
nice
wants
about
to
this
leave.
right now and saying it's not about the money, which I agree. Jen, if you're reading the tea leaves, he wants to leave. He should want to leave. He needs to get
I don't
out.
blame him.
It's not going to
Dumpster
get
fire.
it's the best situation for both parties involved, right? Bradley Beal, you talked about watching a Bradley Beal led team. We saw what he did last year. He put up tremendous numbers. Could
Yep.
have been third team All NBA
Absolutely.
easily. However, who else is on that team around him? I'm going to answer this question already early.
Ish Smith?
Not a league pass team because
No.
there ain't nobody else
Yeah.
there that you might even
No.
want to
Yeah.
really watch.
I like Admiral Schofield, their second round pick. But I
Rui
don't think- I
Hachimura.
don't think he's gonna be.
I'll tell you
know,
what, Rui Hachimura, I find interesting.
I'm not as high on him as other people.
He's an interesting player because he moves very well without the ball. What I'm intrigued to see is doing is can he ever shoot? But he's active. But here's the thing about him: he's gonna need to play with a high level point guard
Yeah.
to bring out his game.
And
I
they-
like Thomas Bryant. Isaiah Thomas, man.
It's going to be Charlotte's going to be the worst team, then Cleveland, then Washington. I think.
Two questions
agree.
for
Those are
you
the
guys.
three worst teams.
I'm nervous that Isaiah Thomas might be.
I was gonna say, tell me about Isaiah Thomas.
Listen,
Coming
I
off
don't
I
a
don't know
thumb
what he has
surgery.
left.
I know
he keeps
you-
getting hurt.
I know
Coming
you-
off a thumb
I know
surgery.
you both love IT,
No, he does.
and I'm going to say this.
Close to having height.
less
I'm
than
going
you
to say
think.
this in the nicest possible way. I understand, like, he's an amazing story. Listen, little dudes, when they start getting hurt in this league, not good.
Okay.
Like, I think he's done. Like,
Now-
He might, but here's the thing. That's not crazy because he might be. Look at how far away 30 points a game is.
Yeah.
And he keeps getting injured.
Yeah.
Look, he's basically my size. If you're at my size, you can't be getting hip injuries, bro. Because you need that movement more than just
You
about
need those
anybody
hips.
else. Yeah. And on the Wizards too, of
That
all
rotation's
teams,
tight.
team is trash.
it's not like he's on the Lakers
Nah,
anymore.
yeah,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
no,
Like he's on the
it's-
Wizards, and that
Nah,
team.
yeah,
That team is
yeah.
maybe.
You know,
that team might win 25 games.
a team I would have loved to see Bradley on, but it can't
I was
work
just
now
gonna
unless they
say, where do
trade.
we see him?
It won't work now unless they do trades. I'd love to see him paired with Dame in Portland, man.
Oh man,
That'd
but I
be a
like
sick-
CJ. There,
I
so.
I like CJ too, but
Is he that much better
but
than CJ McCollum?
I think Bradley
Is
is.
he?
I do.
Ser-
That's a
seriously.
great question.
But he's
Because-
also
I don't know how
seeing
much
what
of it is.
Damian Lillard brings out of you.
Bradley's bigger and can guard, and that's my fear with Portland
guess,
is always
but
when you got two small guys that defense is where they get.
Is he bigger than CJ?
CJ won
Bradley's
him.
6'5".
CJ won him a road game 7 for what that's worth.
Oh, listen.
I mean,
CJ's not afraid. You know what I mean,
yeah,
He's-
like I don't know. I would
Where
like
else do we see him?
Miami.
Miami.
I would throw that
Yeah.
out there. But I just don't know if they have enough to get him. I see maybe Kevin Love or
The team that would have made
Brooklyn.
The team that would have made Brooklyn's going to be there.
Brooklyn.
I don't know if they'll make the move from this year, but the team that would have made sense, but they do not have the assets, would have been the Lakers. Him as a third star there would have been perfect. But they
yeah.
don't have the assets.
Also,
They got nothing.
this team, I don't think they really have the ability to get him yet either. But maybe the Knicks. Maybe At some point.
I
If
wouldn't.
Bradley
do
Beal came to the Knicks,
Listen,
Dexter and I
RJ
are going to the bar.
They have the
I'm
expiring.
gonna
They
bar
have the
anyway.
expiring.
They do. They have the expiring.
They have the expiring.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Like,
And if they're
what
doing
if
a
what
culture
if
thing and
what if they are 500 by January? You know what I mean?
I don't make that move. I wouldn't do it.
All right, boys. All right, give me the Wizards League Pass team.
No.
Hell no.
And will they make the playoffs?
hell no.
No.
All right, that wraps up the Eastern Conference preview. 2 long hours, part 1 and 2. Thank you so much, Bryan and Dexter from Ain't Hard to Tell
Always
podcast.
good to chop it up with our boys.
Always
Awesome
good.
basketball,
It is always a
yeah.
pleasure. You guys are the best. You back us up, and we support you just as much.
Always,
guys, go
always.
follow them. Tell us where you can find you
You
guys
can
at.
follow us on Twitter at AHTT Podcast. You can follow me at DHenryTV. Bryan is at Bryan Fonseca. NY.
And why? Brian with a Y because I'm Puerto Rican.
And guys, make sure you follow the 7 Footers.
I can't with this.
At 7 Footers Podcast, at JS Hector, at Jenna Lemoncelli. Rate, subscribe, review, do all that.
Oh, and
Spotify, iTunes.
And also for people, listen, our upcoming episode, Ain't Hard to Tell Podcast, has Jarod on it and also features from Bomani Jones and Pablo Torre, who we
yes.
also spoke about in this podcast. So be sure
Actually,
to check that
by
out.
the time this is out, that'll be out too.
Yes.
Hell
So,
yeah.
you can
Amazing.
listen to
A
it.
lot of
And
content from us this week.
I'll be coming on your podcast too. Okay, bye.
we will be coming on the podcast, and a future episode is 412.
Yay.
Later.
Side Hustle Season 1 out now.
Yes, side
Gotta
hustle.
get that
Yo,
in there.
Brian's like a mixtape rapper. He's
He
like always
really is.
bumping his mixtape.
All right, thanks 7 Footers for hanging with us. We'll see you next week.
Later.
Don't be angry, Brian.
Drink more cause the flow so water. A gallon a day is only 816. Please don't test me, the ACT. Really not the best way you can measure my speed. Drive still gone even when I'm off course. Man move sorta like an ATV. Look, pull up on the scene, spit a high cool. Not them Shakespeare sonnets from high school. It's the type of shit that dead arrival. On arrival, I'm Gil Scott's only no disciple. Why walk uphill on a tightrope? It's like trying to stay dry at a typhoon. Not into the games, the rap folks. Mama told me that I shouldn't play with my food.